All right, we got unloaded. This is not how I wanted to start my Monday. At a job site covered in mud. Alright, good morning. Oh man, it's Monday. Last week was a rough week. I didn't get too much footage. It was rainy. Just about everything that went wrong could go wrong, or everything that could go wrong went wrong. How about that? So anyway, we got a fresh start on Sunday. Yesterday we actually loaded on Sunday. We have corrugated sheets, which is you remember I haul those skidded coils? Well, this is when they flatten them out and make, it's like sometimes it's roofing, sometimes it's like metal roofing or metal siding, but these are just real long. So that's one hole. They're like about 6 bundles just of corrugated sheets on there. Picked those up yesterday. Went really good. It was Sunday, so they weren't busy, and it didn't take long at all. It was a nice easy load. It didn't take too much to tarp it. Looked pretty good. But last week, rain. Callie's been sick. She's better now. I found out she had some a bag of bad dog food, and it was giving her upset stomach. So she's doing good now. So I was dealing with that last week. And it wasn't that food that was on the recall, it was something else. And then on Friday, the generator head, or not the generator head, the alternator on the generator quit. So I had to replace that. I did that on Saturday. We spent Saturday night down in Louisville, did laundry, went to Walmart, kind of regroup, get started. We're at the rest area, or not the rest area, we're at the way station over here in Kentucky on I-24. That is west, and if that looks familiar, that's one of the buildings. Now that's not the one I got my inspection in, but that's what the other building looked like. So beautiful sunrise this morning. So we got about an hour to go to where we got to unload. And then we don't have a reload yet, so freight's kind of funny, so we'll see what's happening. All right, let's get today started and talk to you guys in a bit. All right, we're ready to go. Oh, I was on the phone with Katie. I don't have a reload, and I've already got a load going back up to Arizona. And would you believe it? I have to fight sometimes to get a load to Arizona. I mean fight, it's just sometimes I take whatever. And I was worried about getting home, and there was a load going to El Paso that I took last week, thinking, oh man, it's going to be hard to get home. And would you believe it, there's like 4 loads going to Arizona on the board right now for this week. So I mean, the load I got out of El Paso, I got to go up to Detroit and get it, so we're going to work our way back up north. And that load's on Friday, which will put me back home on I gotta get that just right. Put me back home on the 26th, which is all right, because I want to stay home that week between Christmas and New Year's is what I want to stay home. But it never fails, and that's the one thing about freight is you can't predict it, especially this time of year. So we spent the night at the weigh station because there's plenty of parking and plenty of grass for Kallie. Callie's feeling better. I got a bag of bad food. And it wasn't that food that was on the recall. It was something else. And I don't know if like the food went bad or what. But anyway. And I don't remember the name of it because my wife buys the dog food and I carry a bag of dog food in the truck. An extra bag. And what I had done is I dumped the new bag in there and I started feeding her, and that's when she started having problems. So we're riding past the weigh station here, just come out, unless they tell us otherwise. But usually if you're parked over there at nighttime, they don't mess with you in the morning. Unless they see a problem. Alright, there's the exit sign. We're going to make a pit stop down here at the Loves and get us some coffee, start our day off. Last week, everything, the only thing that broke on the truck was the alternator on the generator. I went to start the truck one morning, the truck wouldn't start. And then I was late for all my shipments. So all of my loads I ended up having to drive late at night, missing appointments, and it just kind of snowballed and kept getting worse and worse. So needless to say, I was kind of in a bad mood most of last week. So we're going to try to get a better week this week. We're heading home, so we just got to end up in Detroit by Friday. So we got about 4 days to figure that out. That's the plan. So, all right, let's get down here to Love's, get some coffee, and talk to you in a bit. All right, I got my coffee, and I got a couple bananas. The only thing I didn't do while I was sitting over there at that scale, or sitting there waiting, was I forgot to punch in the address on my GPS. So let me punch in this address real quick and then we'll get going. So talk to you in just a minute. Alright, I don't know what I got myself into, but as you can see, we're out in the boonies here. And this place we got to go to should be right up here. So most likely this is some kind of building site. In 700 feet, arrive at 1499 Herman Road, on left. Let's see if I see any construction somewhere.
In 700 feet, then arrive at 1499 Herman Road.
Alright. It might be another one of them weeks. Luckily, the young kid driving the dump truck back here, he thinks it goes back there. They're building some kind of chicken pens or something. Which probably makes sense.
Arriving at 1499 Herman Road. On right.
Alright. Let's see if we can get in here. If this ain't right, I don't know if we can get out of here. We'll find out. right, we got unloaded. This is not how I wanted to start my Monday. Look at the mud. Oh man, look at that. I ain't even driven yet, so all that mud's gonna go slinging everywhere. But what are you gonna do? Oh, it's not how I wanted to start my Monday. Anyway, they're building chicken coops is what they're building. You can see them all the way down there. All right. Oh, I don't have a reload, so I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do. I don't know where I'm gonna head to, but we'll find out. All right, let's get going. Talk to you in a bit. All right, we are over here at the Love's truck stop that I stopped at this morning. We have no load, or we had no load. It is 1 o'clock right now. I didn't know where to go. Katie said, just stay still. Just don't go anywhere, because I was just going to deadhead back to Louisville. And Katie said, no, just stay still. So we've been hanging out here for about 2.5 hours, actually. Kallie back there. She booked us a load out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Load of air conditioners going over to Louisville. It's got 2 stops on it. One in Owensboro and then one in Louisville. But anyway, that'll put us in Louisville maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we'll see if we can find up something to go to Michigan. If not, we're just gonna have to deadhead up to Michigan. So, you know, when we take loads, when we book loads, you can't give it back. If you gave it back, it would cause a huge mess. So usually it takes like an act of God to get took off a load. Now they'll cancel a load in a heartbeat, but you can't cancel the load. So anyway. All right, let's get going. We're gonna go about an hour down the interstate to another Pilot truck stop, and we're gonna hang out down there. That'll put us about 15 minutes away from where we'll have to load in the morning. So the plan is, maybe if we can get loaded rather quickly, then we can deliver one of them tomorrow in Owensboro, and then maybe do the Louisville first thing on Wednesday morning, and then that'll put us in position to maybe get another load on Wednesday morning-ish. So, all right, let me let these trucks in here, and then we're gonna get out of here, because at the rate they're coming in, I'm liable to get run over. All right, talk to you in a bit. All right, it's the end of the day. We're about 15 miles from where we're gonna load tomorrow. Here, I'll show you all the mud. And I don't think they're calling for rain for a while. So I don't know when all this mud's gonna get washed off, but just gonna get out of the sun. See all the mud there? That's all up on the back of the cab. It's everywhere. And it's that clay, sticky mud. So not too sure when it's gonna come off, but it is everywhere. I got up against the curb there a little too much. Oh, here, take a look at this oversized. We'll look at this one, and then I saw a bigger one across the parking lot. We'll walk over and take a look at that other big oversized. It's over there, so hang on a second. Okay, look at this big oversized. It's got all kinds of axles on it. I know I'm looking into the sun here. We'll go around to the front. So I think it's like a big dozer is what I believe it is. That thing's huge. D11. Something big. Look at all them chains. Got tied on there. Those big chains. My chains aren't that big. But that's a big one. Just trying to see where it was going. Alright, we'll walk around the other side there. Hang on a second. Boy, this parking lot just full of oversized loads. There's another one. I don't know if that's this. That looks like the same one that we saw over by I'm parked at. I don't know though. It looks heavier. He's got all kinds of axles on the ground. That is a big monster right there. That's a big one. Look at that. Let me get out of the shadow. See how it's sunk in the black top right there? That's gonna leave a bump. That's gonna leave a bump. That's a big one. So, all right. It's the end of the day. All in all, I guess it wasn't that bad. It's better than last Monday, although we didn't have a reload today. So tomorrow we're gonna load. Hopefully we'll get one off tomorrow, and then we'll do Louisville on Wednesday morning, and then we'll head up to Detroit and get our load. We're picking up car washes out of Detroit. I've hauled them before, where we're picking up, and it's been a long time, but I don't think it's that bad. So, all right, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Bye.